Hi there, I'm Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist J.P. Dice, Wes Wyatt here too, and we're at it again. It's not winter weather now, we're talking about severe storms.
Yeah, but at least we have chips and dip, we're getting ready for the Super Bowl. So
That's right, and we want to stress that even though you may see a lot of things on social media, even from us, about a threat for severe weather this evening, this is not a huge threat for severe storms, but there is a marginal threat near the Alabama-Mississippi state line.
yes, a marginal threat, and it is the month of February, and as we know, JP, environmental conditions can change quickly this time of the year, so that's why we want to keep an extra eye out. In a worst-case scenario, we have a storm that decides to look a little suspicious, and you're pulling up some maps here showing some of the instability values, which are quite impressive for this time of the year.
Yeah, but you know what's more impressive is actually the helicity. You see that little, it looks like a bunch of spaghetti there in blue across Alabama and Tennessee back through Mississippi. This is where we have the highest helicity. That's where we have the most spin in the atmosphere, and it's those higher shear levels that really concern us. Even though the instability is not insane, you can have enough instability, or you can have enough shear to trigger some small spin-up tornadoes. The official word from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, the slight risk is for Jackson, Mississippi area, central Mississippi. We're not in a slight risk, but we are under the risk for general storms this afternoon. But just some of our own internal analysis here, and even looking at some of the radar trends and temperatures, really kind of concerns us.
Yeah, it really concerns us, and you don't see that too often, just a little slither of a slight risk there across Mississippi. But you pointed this out, high helicity, a lot of wind energy in the atmosphere, and a lot of times we get a lot of wind energy locate environments during this time of the year, and very low bases too with a lot of the clouds out there. So we got some of those things pointing, especially over West Alabama where it could be rough. 71 in Aliceville and Utah, and that temperature, today we were looking at the numerical models and trying to get an idea of the highs. Of course, yesterday it was a lot warmer. We had the sunshine, but what this is telling us, we've got this surface low pulling in closer from Louisiana. We've got a strong southerly flow that's allowing those temperatures. That's all due to airflow.
It is, and that's a little concerning because we're looking at the models early on for some guidance on instability. The models were actually underdoing these temperatures, so if they're underdoing the temperatures, they're underdoing the dew points, they're underdoing the instability. So we may be looking at a bit more instability than what we were thinking this morning. So that's our biggest concern. Look at what's going on in Tuscaloosa. A little bit of a saving grace there. 3:30 this afternoon. Lots of clouds, and we have some rain. 66 degrees. The clouds and rain helping out, but that dew point is in the lower 60s. And look at that south wind at about 13 miles per hour. We do have highlighted in red the areas in the Fox 6 viewing area at the highest risk for a small spin-up tornado this afternoon. And keep this in mind, this is a higher small risk. We're not talking about a big risk, but these counties are at an elevated risk for some of those severe storms.
Yeah, and the Storm Prediction Center noting a 2% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a point. That's the general thunderstorm outlook that they have placed over West Alabama. I was noticing that temperature. We were showing 71 in Aliceville, 48 in Columbus. One saving grace about a situation like this seems to be more of a slanted front. It's not one of those aggressive fronts where you have a mean squall line coming at us. It's a gradual front, so that's helping us in some aspect. We got a lot of overrunning precipitation, maybe some elevated storms there across West Alabama.
Yeah, around on radar, just glancing here on one of the other monitors, we're not seeing a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning. Probably the ugliest storm that I see on radar is just west of Meridian right now, and that one's lifting more toward the north. What we're seeing across West Alabama, a lot of that is some heavier rainfall, and you can see our forecast model moves that rain over during the overnight hours. We may see a few showers early tomorrow morning, but during the afternoon tomorrow, generally a dry forecast. So let's talk about our bottom line here, and a few rotating storms possible, a small tornado potential, mainly west of I-65. That threat lessens later tonight. Showers will continue during the overnight hours.
I think we really need to watch it. Tuscaloosa south to Demopolis, where those temperatures are in the 70s right now. We may see some of that instability kind of bottled up there to the south tonight. I've seen that set up several times, and like you, I think later on tonight we see that threat come to an end. But time frame here, what are we talking?
We're probably talking from right now when we post this video to maybe 7 p.m. And of course, we know here on Fox 6 we do have the Super Bowl on tonight. We're going to be sensitive to that, but also sensitive to your needs to keep you updated on the weather information. Go ahead and bookmark this. FoxAlabamaLive.com. Again, FoxAlabamaLive.com. We will provide nonstop streaming coverage there. Of course, social media, on our weather blog, videos like this, a number of different outlets to have that weather information if you are one of those counties that could be affected later this evening west of Interstate 65. Here in the Storm Warning Center, we'll keep you updated. We'll give you another video like this in maybe an hour and a half, just to kind of update you on what's going on. We'll see you later.